The all-new 100.3 The Beat, throwback hip-hop and R&B. This is the all-new Community Connections. I'm your host, Jade Harrell, keeping you connected to our community. Our streets, our community, our lives are filled with color and life and celebration. And it is that time of year again. I am joined by Ethan Barnett, the Vice President of Pride St. Louis.
Yeah, we're absolutely excited to have had another successful event in the city of St. Louis. They're so supportive of our Pride Festival celebration. The mayor and all the dignitaries come out and support us. And we're just so glad that everyone has colored their world with pride this year in celebration of PrideFest 2015.
Yes, colored their world with pride. So talk about that, why this means a lot to you to be in St. Louis.
Well, I'm from St. Louis, first of all, and everyone on the board of directors is a resident of the city of St. Louis or the county, and they're all very involved in helping the cause and supporting the cause. And it's a really important initiative, especially, in this time with a lot changing across the country, the landmark rulings that have taken place, and the push for equality for all, for LGBT citizens of the U.S.
That's right. So talk a little bit about the cause. Now we have a listening audience that we can help connect to the cause.
Well, we're really here to educate people about the LGBT community in the greater St. Louis area, to showcase all of the great opportunities to get involved in the community, and all of the wonderful nonprofit organizations that do amazing work throughout the year. This is really our chance to shine and to put ourselves on the forefront. And one of the biggest aspects of moving downtown was the visibility aspect. We're right on the steps of City Hall. We're just beneath the arch. We're running our parade down Market Street, right in the heart of downtown St. Louis. It's really quite amazing to see how much it's grown and how much more acceptance there is today than there has been in the past.
Absolutely. Well, along with those changes, the ability to be so visible and safe and received and welcomed and loved has got to be among the changes that you have to be so excited about.
Oh, absolutely. Leading up to the PrideFest celebration, we meet with city leaders of all of the major departments, including special events and water division and streets division, the parks division, your police department, your fire department, and they're all very involved in the planning process. We follow all of the city regulations. We don't ask for any exceptions, and they really support us being there. And it's telling in that, we see the Civil Courts building lit up in rainbow colors. We see the Soldiers Memorial lit up in rainbow colors. The city gardens have rainbow colors. So it's a very supportive city, and it's something that some of our planners around the country and across the world are actually envious of, the amount of support that the city of St. Louis pours into PrideFest each year.
So is St. Louis stepping up to be a model then for others?
We really are. In recent years, we've been named as one of the top 10 LGBT-friendly cities in the U.S., so I think that we've seen some major strides, and that's kudos to the mayor and his staff and to all of the city officials who welcome PrideFest each and every year. They're very active in taking part in it. You see the mayor participating in the parade and presenting a proclamation every year on stage. And it's a very heartfelt proclamation from the mayor. He is 100% behind this community and supportive of our initiatives. Last year, even, we had multiple couples married at the LGBT Pride Festival celebration and then before the Pride Festival celebration. So this year, we were actually able to have legal wedding ceremonies take place in the City Hall Rotunda. That's quite amazing when you think about that.
That is. Now, you've been here your entire life. This hasn't always been the case, not just for St. Louis, but around the nation. What strides have been made? What are the greatest victories, do you feel, that have happened in your lifetime?
Well, I think the push for marriage equality is really at the forefront right now. Certainly there have been other big cases that are relevant to the LGBT community, but the marriage equality issue has been at the forefront. You see workplace equality, just in general, equal rights for LGBT citizens, and it's been a major push. And I think that, the time is now, and people are really taking charge and leading the charge for those final pieces to be put in place.
What do you have hope for? What still needs to be done?
Well, I think just continuing to educate people about the LGBT community and all of the great assets that are there. It's no longer something that is thought of as a disease. It's no longer something that is looked down upon as much. I mean, certainly there's still a lot of work to do in terms of tolerance and understanding and accepting, but in terms of getting those equal rights, we're really making some serious strides. I think we still have a ways to go, of course, but it's really exciting to see and to be a part of.
Absolutely. What do you most hope people understand today who may not have had an understanding in the past? I feel that one of the greatest things that's happened is that you no longer have to try to live your life under a cloud of acceptance, except for it being fair and equitable. For our listening audiences, share with me what you most want people to understand.
Just that we're here and that we're just like everyone else. I think that's the most important piece of this. It's a very diverse world, and we are a big part of it. And the LGBT community continues to grow in terms of numbers, but also in terms of support that we're getting from straight allies. I think that that's the most vital piece there, is that we have people who are now supporting this movement. And, people are learning more and more about the differences within the LGBT community and what it means to be L, G, B, or T, and what those differences are.
Yeah. So then send out the invitation for me, Ethan, for folks to learn more, to discover the differences and the color and the diversity that exists, to come find out more and connect with the movement.
Well, we're always looking for people to get involved with Pride St. Louis. If you're a St. Louis resident or a city, county resident, we always love having people get involved in the planning process. And there are also many other organizations that are active throughout the year who are looking for very strong volunteers or people who just want to get involved in the cause and really support the cause. I think in this day and age, we all know somebody who is LGBT, or whether it's a relative or a friend or a coworker. It's not hidden as it has been before. People are out and they're in the open and they're comfortable in their surroundings. And again, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done, but there are so many great organizations that can be supported, and there's something there for everyone to get involved with. The festival this weekend runs Saturday from 11 to 9 p.m. That's the gate hours, with our headliner on stage closing out at 9 p.m. Then on Sunday, we have a lot of activities taking place. There's a Pride 5K happening in the morning. That's presented by Front Runners. Then there's also an interfaith service that's taking place on the Bud Light main stage. That starts at 10 a.m., runs to 11 a.m. And then at 12 noon is the Wells Fargo Advisors Grand Pride Parade. It kicks off at noon from 8th and Market, and it'll run all the way to 18th and Market, right down the middle of the city and directly in front of City Hall. So lots of activities taking place. The festival itself will run from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m., with Leanne Rhymes headlining the festival on Sunday.
Awesome. Tell folks where they can find you.
Well, they can find us at pridestl.org. That's the easiest way to jump online and look at all the great work that we do. And we can direct you to also other organizations in the area who we're actively involved with working with.
Ethan, well, I can't thank you enough for your time. Ethan Barnett, Vice President of Pride St. Louis.
Well, thank you so much for putting this message out there. It's a really important message, and we appreciate your support.
It's my pleasure. Talk with you soon, Ethan, okay?
All right. Have a great day.
You too, dear. Thanks.
Absolutely.
All right, that's it for this week. If you have questions or comments or have something you'd like to submit for the community calendar, you can leave a message on a message box at 333-8369, 333-8369. And for more information about today's show or any of our guests, visit us online at 1003thebeat.com. Look for us next week at 7 o'clock and each Saturday, the all-new Community Connection on 100.3 The Beat. Throwback hip-hop and R&B. I'm Jade Harrell. Be blessed, do bless, and bless the Lord.